Dr. Joe here from Calibration Chiropractic. In these exciting but uncertain times, we know that there's going to be a lot of people out there who are under a lot of stress. And unfortunately, if you already have a condition like migraines or headaches, you may be experiencing more than you typically do. So I want to give some information to help people with things that they can do at home to improve a migraine that is currently happening. So I got 4 steps right here, 4 different things that you can do. And the first one that I want to talk about is ginger. So they've shown in a couple research studies that ginger can be as effective as triptans, which is a standard migraine medication. Ginger has been found to be as effective as a lot of those medications for abortive control. So what you want to do is get ginger, organic powdered ginger in a capsule form. And you want to get about 400, oh, bad marker. I feel like one of the toddlers did that. There we go. So you want to get 400 to 600 milligrams of ginger in a capsule. And I do know that Sprouts carries this. And you want to take it at the first sign of symptoms. So if you're like, oh, I'm starting to feel weird, starting to have an aura, visual, changes, anything like that, whatever it is for you, take the ginger, and it should improve those symptoms if it's going to work for you. Now, not everything works for everybody, but it could work for you. So this is a safe and natural way to combat a migraine that's about to happen. Now, if let's say it doesn't work initially, take it another capsule 2 hours later. The next thing would be ice. So we know that vasodilation of the arteries in the brain can make a headache worse. And right now, what we understand about headaches is more of a neurological problem than it is necessarily a blood flow problem. They used to think it was blood flow based. But we do know if your arteries dilate in the brain, you're going to experience more head pain. So it'd be a really good idea to use ice and put it not on the head, but on the neck, because most of the blood coming into your brain is coming in through these guys right here, your carotid arteries. And so if we can put ice on the neck, front and back, for up to 20 minutes or until you feel numb, and then take it off, we can decrease the chance that your blood vessels in the head, neck, and therefore the brain are going to dilate and cause more head pain. So this is more of a way to prevent it from being worse. So 20 minutes or till, that's my till right there, numb with ice. So the next one is CBD. So we have 2 options when it comes to CBD. CBD has been shown to be very effective for people who have migraines. And we can either use a CBD that has 0 THC, if, let's say, you are subject to drug testing, or you can use CBD that has up to the legal limit of THC. And the one that has THC has been shown to be more effective because it has more chemical compounds in it that improve people's conditions. It's known as the entourage effect. So I would recommend that you use CBD that does have some THC in it if you're allowed to, based off of your personal situation. But if not, then CBD that doesn't have any THC can be effective as well. And so I would highly recommend that you try it out. And there's a lot of good companies in town, a lot of good stores in town that carry CBD. They all have ones with THC and ones without. So you can check with them about that. But what I would suggest you do is start a little bit higher. So I would get a dosage that's probably about mid-range. So a lot of them start out on the low range of like 300 milligrams in the bottle, all the way up to maybe 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams in the bottle. And then you divide that out by the concentrations, usually in milliliters. And so if we have a 300 milliliter bottle or 300 milligram concentration in a bottle, 1 milliliter is going to be 10 milligrams per milliliter of CBD. So that's a pretty low amount. I would suggest that if you were to get CBD and try it, that you would start at mid-range, somewhere maybe in the 50 milligrams per ml, and give that a shot as well. And then you may find that helps you, and And you can continue that as a regimen, and when you notice one coming on, you can use maybe a little bit more than you usually do. So CBD, I'm going to say, see if I can find a mark that works. 50 milligrams ml oral, and then 30 seconds under tongue. So the last one that we're going to talk about, I should have got a prop for this. Do you know where our little bulb is? Go find it. I think it's probably in the drawer. So yeah, the last one to talk about is a really new, interesting technique that we're seeing come out in some research studies that can improve migraine and head pain. And what you do is you use the little bulb that a lot of us have used with our kids when they were really young. You know, that little bulb that is usually like a blue color, and you can use it to like suck out like snot or like clean kids' ears and things like that. I think it's actually made for sucking out snot. Is that what this is, a snot sucker? So yeah, you can use something like this. And what you want to do is, let's say if I was having a headache, it was predominantly, or migraine, it was predominantly on the right side, what I can do is take this and place it into my ear, and I can puff air onto my eardrum. And this can help modulate the pain and bring the pain down as well. So these are really handy. They're very cheap. They do make devices now that are a little bit more advanced that are made for this, but you're going to pay more money for it. But you can pick this up for probably less than $5, you know, at any of the stores, if they're not sold out, like everything else. But these are the 4 approaches that I would suggest. You know, just puffing air into your eardrum for about 1 minute. I would say 3 sets. 1 minute duration. So I'm going to write that up here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Yeah, so 1 minute, 3 sets. So hopefully those tools will help you if you're, quarantined or self-quarantined and you're having migraine pain. You can try these things out. And we're going to be doing some online consultations soon so that we can see people who maybe aren't able to come in the office or would like to be precautionary. So we'll be putting a link to that so that people can book online for some sessions to get some relief, especially in now's times. So take care, everybody. Stay safe.